So you didn't get the grades you wanted in your ASs or your A-levels. Don't panic. This is what you're going to do now. Hi, my name is Sati Kadel and I'm the founder of Elite Tuition. For the last 7 years, we've helped 100% of our A-level students get an A or A star. So wherever you are right now, the advice I'm going to give you is going to ensure that what you do next is going to help you get the grade you want. You probably prepared for your A-levels the same way that you prepared for your GCSEs. Somewhere down the line, a teacher would have told you that your GCSEs are very difficult. You can't revise last minute. And what did you do? You revised last minute. And what happened? You still got a pretty decent grade. When you try that in your A-levels, it doesn't quite work. So we're going to actually help you in organising your A2 year, if you're going into A2, or if you're going to resit your year 13, how to use your time effectively, regardless of your subjects. Regardless of how well you worked during the year, the number one reason why students don't get the grades that they want is because they didn't learn in the way that they naturally process information. That is, you didn't learn effectively. Every one of the students that come through Elite Tuition actually goes through a free learning assessment, and it gives us a really clear way of finding out exactly how they will learn. You can have that for free, and we will give you all the advice that comes with it straight away. All you have to do is just click here and we'll get that arranged for you right away. So you're going into A2, or perhaps you're resitting year 13. Should you drop or change any of your subjects? Well, not necessarily. Take a moment and actually look at what the university that you're targeting is looking for. Do they want you to carry on with maths, or do they need you to pick up a new AS? Whatever is your target, it's better to continue with that than to necessarily go with your stronger subjects. Remember that if you have a very definite goal, stick with that. Don't worry too much if it's not necessarily your strongest grades. Learn from what went well and what did not go well, and you'll do fantastically. In order to achieve the top grade, you're going to need to be comfortable trying those questions that previously you probably skipped because they were too hard. The ones at the end of the exercise, or those extra thought questions if it's an essay-related subject. Usually a student will have a little go at them and then just not really try, thinking, well, it's probably not going to turn up anyway. But those are the questions you want to work with. They're the ones that will actually get you to think in the ways that the more difficult questions in the exam will test you. Now, how long does it take to answer a question like this? Well, that's very much how long is a piece of string. You're stuck until you're not stuck any longer. But give it a go. Ask your elite tutor or ask your school teacher. We're here to help you. You will actually find this saves you a lot of time, because every one of these questions that you start to understand means that any similar sort of question in the future will no longer throw you. And ironically, this reduces stress during revision time. The number one tip that we give any student is review. Review, review, review. If you regularly review the work that you're doing, what you did in the previous week, what you did in the previous month, if you have time, what you did in your AS year, these things actually give you such a head start. And despite the fact that it doesn't actually take that long, so typically a review for a week's worth of work could probably be done in around about 15 minutes, you actually stay fresh, and somehow you end up becoming one of the top in the class. So we'll have lots of information about how you can do that. For more, click here. Consider resitting the modules that you didn't achieve the grade that you wanted. And if necessary, perhaps consider retaking your AS year. The truth is that universities have mixed views on how important or how much they penalise a resit. And for that, I think it's worth researching the university that you're choosing. If you're applying to a university where resits can actually end your application, then you may just need to not take the resit and try and average the grade that you want with your A2s. If you are okay to take a resit, then consider doing them. Just make sure that you're taking the modules where you're actually able to consolidate the same learning in your next modules. So if it's maths, it's quite good to take core 2 with core 3s and core 4. If it's history, I'm not so familiar, so get advice from your teacher. Your college is not obligated to teach you in any year. Past 16, that's their legal obligation complete. So you can sit there and you can present your reason for why you should take a certain course or go into the second year or take the year again and demonstrate your enthusiasm, and I'm sure they'll do their best to help you. But please understand that if for whatever reason they ask you to take the course elsewhere, there's very little you can do to appeal that. So be open to that possibility if it is necessary, and don't worry about how that will affect your social life. Chances are you're probably really good at making friends, and you'll make friends no matter where you go. We've talked about a few things in this video, and there's going to be a lot of topics that we'll go into in more detail in the upcoming videos, so please subscribe and keep in touch. Do you experience exam anxiety? Do you go through that moment where you're sitting in an exam and for some reason you freeze? You write down an answer. You're pretty sure it's right, but for some reason it feels like it's wrong, and you want to put your line through it. Exam anxiety can actually cause students to make silly mistakes that they otherwise would not have made, even in their past papers that they practice at home. And solving and tackling exam anxiety is easy, and we can show you how to do that. What you want to do is click here, give us some details about the experience you've had, and we'll take it from there. I hope you found this video useful. Please like and share our video. We have some amazing content that's going to be coming out, so make sure you subscribe. And if you think of any one of your friends or any one of your relatives that you think this message will benefit, tag them or include this in their social media feed. And thanks again for watching.